Man, being a Nintendo fan, you get to witness some of the most hype moments in gaming. I mean, when they announced Mario Kart World was $80, I was so excited to sell my kidney to be able to afford it. Anyways, the most hype-inducing series that Nintendo has to offer is Super Smash Bros. Every game's build-up is an event to behold. When one is announced, there's a flood of theories of who's getting in the game, who's coming back, and what game modes there will be. Why can't they make a new subspace, damn it? Looking back, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was the penultimate showcase of hype. This game was full of surprises that broke the internet, and in today's video, I want to go over all the reveals and even include some leaks. So without further ado, let's smash! Hey yo! Before the game was revealed, I remember seeing people theorize that the Smash Bros. Game on the Switch would be a deluxe version of Smash 4, a combination of the 3DS and Wii U versions with some added content. Think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but for Smash 4. This thinking was because Smash games took a long time to develop, and we just got one in 2014. Little did we know this wasn't true. On March 8th, 2018, Nintendo aired a Nintendo Direct. We got 3DS games for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why. We got some updates on games we knew about, a new Mario Tennis, and some Wii U ports. They ended the Direct by giving us some updates to Splatoon 2, including DLC, and then the screen went black. It showed some Inklings fighting, so many was thinking this was a new Splatoon announcement. They were kinda right. The background turned black. The Inkling turned around with the reflection of fire in her eye, then boom, the Smash logo appeared in her eye. Yeah, that's right. They announced a new Smash Bros. Game. It then cut to silhouettes in front of the fire with returning characters including Mario and Breath of the Wild Link. Then a placeholder logo popped up with something even more crazy. The game was coming out that year. This was insane. The internet was full of reactions, theories, and many just having conversations about Smash Bros. Even if you don't like fighting games, just sitting down and watching this trailer was amazing. It didn't take us too long to see the game again, but it sure as hell felt long. In June of that year, we got the usual E3 showcase. Many were expecting Smash to be featured, and man did they blow us out of the water in this show. It started off with Masahiro Sakurai introducing us to the game with a simple explanation of what Smash is, and then he played a video showing fighters returning for the game. It started off simple with the OG cast, some fan favorites, and even some Wii U guys like Villager, Wii Fit Trainer, Ryu, Cloud, and then they show Solid Snake. Wait a minute, everyone's here? Yeah, they jumped the shark. This game was special. The trailer ended and revealed the name of the game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, this showcase was already insane in the first 3 minutes. I mean, starting off the show with revealing every Smash fighter ever was coming back was straight euphoria, but that wasn't it. A mural of every fighter was shown, and later in the video we will come back to this because, man, shit went down. Sakurai went over some changes in this game like faster final smashes, character updates, and new stages. One interesting reveal was Echo Fighters, new characters that aren't different enough to be brand new, but not just a simple reskin. The first new reveal for an Echo Fighter was Daisy. This spawned in some new speculation with characters like Shadow, Funky Kong, and many more being rumored. This show ended with another trailer. A dark room appeared with Samus, Mario, and Mega Man walking over a bridge. Then bam! Mega Man gets pieced up, Mario frickin' dies, and then Ridley smashes through the bridge holding Mario's hat. Man, this trailer was wild. Not only was there death, but they added Ridley, a character who was heavily requested but never made it because he was too big. Well, they found a way. This game could have released right then, and I feel like I would have been satisfied. But no, there's still too much to go through. With an even shorter turnaround, we got a Smash Ultimate Direct on August 8th, 2018. Right off the bat, we got a trailer showing a mysterious man walking up to a mansion. It then cuts to Luigi getting scared by mummies and an evil statue. He runs away, then literally gets killed by a Reaper. Man, these trailers are graphic. Then the mysterious man pulls up and it's revealed to be Simon Belmont from Castlevania. This kinda got leaked when a Castlevania song was uploaded by Nintendo on YouTube by mistake before this direct. Ignoring that though, this reveal was hyped as Castlevania is an iconic retro franchise in gaming. They then showed Richter Belmont as an Echo Fighter. They continued by showing even more Echo Fighters, being Chrom from Fire Emblem, and Dark Samus from Metroid Prime. The show continued with the reveal that the base game will have 103 stages, more than double the previous game. They weren't just lazy remakes either, all the stages felt modernized and looked amazing. We got the option to make the stage completely flat, or have the battlefield layout, which was nice for competitive play. Then, we saw the amount of music in the game being about 900 tracks, which equated to more than 28 hours straight of music. This was unbelievable for a game to have this amount of music, but like I said before, they did it. We looked into game modes with good detail. This all was great, but then we got Peak. A trailer played where it showed some Nintendo characters with the hero versus villain theme, then the TV shuts off, and it shows Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong chilling, doing monkey stuff, until they hear a loud noise. They look outside the window and see a shadow looming over them. Turns out it was DDD playing a prank, until you guessed it, he gets murked by the real shadowy figure, who turns out to be King K. Rool. Sakurai is supernatural at this point. K. Rool was another highly requested fighter who hasn't really been in a game since Mario Baseball on the Wii. Yeah, the specimen has seen better days. Didn't matter though, they added him to the game and I love it. This guy is a GOAT, undisputedly. To lay more breadcrumbs, they ended the trailer with the mural getting updated with all the new characters. I wonder why I'd mention this. The next reveal came literally a month later in the Nintendo Direct, aired on September 13th, 2018. It started off with Isabelle doing work in her office, and it looked like a new Animal Crossing, as it has choice boxes and dialogue like an Animal Crossing game. Anyways, Pete the mailman walks in and gives Isabelle a letter, where she gets invited to Smash Bros. Ultimate, and bam, some gameplay. This got mixed reception, as many couldn't see what would make her different from the villager, but it cooked anyway. They ended the trailer by teasing a new Animal Crossing game anyways, to make the fans of that series happy. We had no idea how massive that game would be, but this video is about Smash, so let's move on. Let's take a break from all the reveals and look at some leaks. Before that, however, I want to highlight a creator that I would watch for Smash Bros. Leak. His name is Papa Genos. This guy made awesome content all the time discussing theories and leaks, and he played a big part in my hype for this game. I remember theories like the box theory, where a Smash Ultimate Special Edition had missing slots that equated to a certain amount of newcomers. One leak I remember was the Ken leak, where it showed Ken from Street Fighter doing a thumbs up alongside Pichu, Bulbasaur, and Pac-Man. Many thought this was fake and highlighted the fact that Ken and Pac-Man were slightly clipping into the stage's floor. But come on man, that happens in video games all the time. It's no big deal. This leak ended up being true, which was insane. However, the main reason I bring up leaks were the hints I gave earlier about the mural. How could this be important? 3 words: the Grinch leak. This leak popped up in October and showcased Smash Bros. Mural art, likely for marketing purposes, with the final roster. It showed Banjo-Kazooie, Isaac from Golden Sun, Geno from Mario RPG, the Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven, and Mach Rider from Excitebike. They also showed Incineroar from Pokemon, and Shadow and Ken as Echo Fighters. All of these characters made sense. Banjo and Geno were highly requested, and this game set a precedent of those kinds of characters appearing. Chorus Kids were originally considered for Smash 4, but that never happened. Mach Rider and Isaac were retro-ish characters, which would make sense for Smash, as we got Pac-Man, Duck Hunt, Game & Watch, and Simon Belmont. Shadow, of course, was the common pick for a new Echo Fighter rep. What added to the leak's believability is the person who posted it claimed they were working at a marketing company, which explains why the Grinch marketing appeared in the background, hence the name. This company he worked at also worked for Bandai Namco, which were the developers of Smash Ultimate. All of these signs made many, including me, believe this leak, until it all fell apart. The person who posted this leak was revealed not to be employed by that company since 2016, which was too long ago for this leak to be real. Ultimately, this leak was fake and left many disappointed for the actual reveals we got. Speaking of those reveals, let's look at the last Smash Direct before the game's release. The final Direct for Smash Bros. Aired on November 1st, 2018, and quickly began with a new reveal. It begins with Little Mac fighting someone, who turns out to be Ken from Street Fighter, who is an Echo Fighter based on Ryu. He keeps fighting until the camera pans to the back with glowing eyes. We then go to their POV as they run and jump onto the boxing ring, and boom! Incineroar from Pokemon Sun and Moon is revealed. And that was it. Those were the last characters in the base game. Many were disappointed, but look at what we got, man. This was more than I expected. We then got a look at the amiibo for this game, and they looked great. When amiibo launched, they sometimes looked goofy, but these ones looked amazing. Then, trophies were confirmed as not being in this game, as making 3D models for a collectible was too much work. As a replacement, we got spirits, PNGs of hundreds of characters who aren't fighters, which boosted stats. This was decent for a replacement, but I get it. This game is full of content. We then got a look at the online and local play, along with some more game modes. We thought the roster was done, but no. We got DLC announced with a Fighters Pass, consisting of 5 fighters, stages, and their music. And, as a limited bonus, they revealed the Piranha Plant will be a new fighter. And what? This is the most left field addition ever, but I'm here for it. Getting your ass kicked by a plant is just insane, and I never thought I would mutter those words, but here we are. This Direct ended with the reveal of the campaign mode, World of Light. It had a trailer of all the fighters looking off a cliff at a massive light and Master Hands. The Master Hands break and shoot beams at the big light, who then proceed to kill everyone in the game. Yeah, the final CGI trailer had everyone die. I kinda lied. Kirby was the sole survivor because of course Sakurai had to protect his kid. The story mode is decent, but it's no subspace, which is fine. This mode is a light story with a ton of things to collect, which fills its own niche. All the content in this game was a miracle. They had 74 fighters, 103 stages, and over 900 music tracks. This was amazing to watch unfold. However, that isn't the end. We still got a fighter pass to go over, and then more. In fact, this game's hype cycle lasted until 3 years after release. So let's dive into this game's DLC. Smash's next appearance was on the day before it released, which was crazy. It showed up at the Game Awards. You would think that since the show aired before Smash was released, it wouldn't be here, but nope. Randomly, Joker infiltrated the Game Awards and was shown running while while other characters from his game are commenting on why this bum was going to the Game Awards in the first place. Eventually, Joker gets invited to Smash and the background guys start tweaking. This was a random trailer that many didn't think was for Smash until it was said, but that makes it a cool trailer. You didn't expect it to be Smash, but it was. No gameplay was shown, however, which was alright. Nintendo E3 in 2019 was unexpectedly full of so much Smash hype. This was insane since the game was already released, but Sakurai is just the GOAT. Nintendo's presentation for E3 started off with a trailer showing a dark landscape, then moving to Link fighting Meta Knight and some Fire Emblem guy. Then a horse is shown running until a hero from Dragon Hunter pulls up and saves Link. Bro then proceeds to Aura Farm. A Dragon Hunter rev just makes sense as it's a huge franchise, especially in Japan. The trailer ends by showing that other Dragon Hunter protagonists were alt costumes, which is just great fan service, man. I don't know about Dragon Hunter, but man, did its fans eat. Now, one announcement would make sense for DLC, but this is Smash Bros, so don't expect anything. We go back to the King K. Rool trailer with the villains on the TV, which then shuts off and shows DK, Diddy, and K. Rool doing monkey and croc shit until a puzzle piece bounces by. They look outside and see a figure who is actually Duck Hunt Dog, who is trolling. Then suddenly, they get pieced up, and Banjo and Kazooie are the culprits. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again, they did it. Another highly requested character got added. Banjo and Kazooie are finally home after not being on a Nintendo platform for a long ass time. This game's amazing, dude. Nintendo just kept the hype train going by revealing yet another character only 3 months after they revealed 2. This new trailer began by showing Nintendo's history, and then it stops at the SNES. Then it goes sidetracked to show the Neo Geo console that came out in 1991, the same year as the SNES. It then transitions to a Smash invitation with people fighting over it, who happen to be from Fatal Fury. Multiple miss their chance until finally Terry Bogard picks it up. Yeah, I don't know too much about Fatal Fury, but I guess this was neat. Not much to say, I'm not gonna lie. They also kept building up hype by introducing a second Fighter's Pass. Someone give this man Sakurai a break. With the new year, we got a Sakurai Presents show in January, but the character was going to be revealed in it. We get some Fire Emblem crap followed by a discussion with Byleth, mostly just Sothis yapping, telling Byleth to join Smash Bros, which bro does like a good bull. Just like with Fatal Fury, I don't got much to say. The last pick was kind of controversial as we already had a million sword fighters. This trailer pokes fun at that by showing Byleth can wield multiple kinds of weapons, along with a female alt skin. So for a Fire Emblem fighter, they were pretty refreshing to see. This was the last fighter of the first pass as well, now on to the second one. Due to COVID, we didn't see another fighter announced until June, but we were told it was going to be an ARMS character and the direct aired in March. So we low-key had a while to speculate on who exactly it would be. Off the bat, we knew it probably wasn't going to be Springman, as he was an assist trophy. The show aired on June 22nd, 2020, and we got to see the GOAT's couch. Anyways, he starts by explaining ARMS and what it be, because no one would be playing it. We got a trailer with Captain Falcon and Kirby eating some ramen, and Kirby's fat ass just eats the whole meal and the bowl. We see an ARMS fight happen nearby where the Springman wins and grabs a floating Smash letter, until the whole damn roster pulls up trying to grab that John from him. Cut back to the ramen, and it shows that Min Min runs the shop, but she jumps out that hoe, goes to the chaos, and fights her way through the other Spring people to get the letter. And just like that, she joins the battle. This was just a good trailer as it was funny, and it showed off ARMS with more than just Min Min. Good stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just ARMS, bro. Anyways, when are they dropping legs? A few days before October 1st, 2020, it was announced that a fighter would be announced on this day. Nothing too crazy, right? The trailer began with a normal fight until Mario gets sent to next week. He crashed through a blocky cave, again, nothing crazy. Then he hears a sound and blocks get broken. And once again, another typical day. I lied, bro. They're adding Minecraft freaking Steve and Alex. I know, this is insane. This trailer was so crazy that Twitter broke for over 10 minutes just from the amount of people talking about it. I remember waking up to watch this and not even believing it. This pick was so odd, yet it probably makes the most sense for a third-party rep. Minecraft is the game of all time. Everyone knows what it is, and it's on everything known to man. The 3DS, the Fire Stick, Apple TV, your fridge. You could probably get this game on a potato. As a YN, I'm here for Minecraft and Smash Bros. I just wish we got a Jack Black version of Steve as an alt. Another Game Awards, another Smash announcement. This trailer is set during the World of Light, with the Light thing being a bot again trying to fight everyone. However, it gets pieced up by Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Cloud was already an insane and impossible pick, so why not bring in his op as well? At the end, we see the beginning of a fight with Cloud, but then Sephiroth becomes some angel thing, so Cloud probably dies. It's a common theme in this game. Another day, another Smash reveal. This time we got a trailer showing some Xenoblade stuff happening. I couldn't tell you. This game looked like some DLC or something until Pyra spilled the beans that she was joining Smash. This was low-key surprising as Rex was the main character, but Pyra's more cool. She also tag teams with Mithra, so we get 2 fighters in one. Pretty neat, Sakurai. If I sound unenthused, Steve stole all my excitement for this pass, to the disdain of some cool characters, but Minecraft. At the last Smash reveal from an E3 ever, it began like you would expect. Ganon's corpse about to be thrown off a cliff. Whoever makes these trailers needs to get checked on. Anyways, right away it's revealed to be Kazuya from Tekken. I probably mispronounced that, I'm not gonna lie. A fighting game repping in a fighting game. Makes sense. I prefer Mortal Kombat, so boo. Boo. This do be cool for Tekken fans though, so I hope you're happy. Also, I'd like to mention that these fighting game reps do have optional combo controls instead of normal Smash Bros controls. I just thought that was pretty neat. Our last fighter was announced in a Sakurai Presents, which was a cool way to send off this game. We go all the way back to the first trailer where the Fire Smash Bros logo dies, and then all the fighters are just chilling in the dark, revealed to be statues, until Mario wakes up and sees a flame. He walks to it, grabs it for some reason, then throws it until a Mickey Mouse Keyblade shows up. Yeah, Mickey Mouse is in Smash. All jokes aside, they added one of the last, albeit highly requested characters you would expect, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Considering this is a pseudo Disney series and they are stingy as hell, this was a miracle. In fact, this game was a miracle. Super Smash Bros. And all its games are just an event, man, and Smash Ultimate was the magnum opus of hype. From every character ever returning to highly requested characters like Ridley, King K. Rool, Banjo, and even Sora, to representatives from pretty much every game genre, Smash Bros. Ultimate proves to be the most hyped and best game in the series. This game did so much and met so many expectations that we have no idea where the series will go in the future. This game just has a sense of finality to it that we haven't seen since Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Throughout many highs and like one low, I'm glad to have been a part of this game's hype cycle, and I hope I was able to at least give a glimpse into what it was like. Anyways, it's been Swimpy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider dropping a like. This video took quite a while for my standards. Also, if you made it this far, why don't you drop your favorite moment from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate down below. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.